Alrighty, turn 329, October 31st, 42. Let's see what happens. Okay, we auto flip that base. Little destroyers. Does Maliop not have a CD unit? There we go. Must not have been too big of a gun to hit him. Alright, well, he didn't really get any intel. I did get a hit on one of them. So I think he's just reconning with his destroyers, trying to see what I have there. Still kind of worries me that I can't pick these guys up with my nav searches. Alright, morning air phase. Bad weather. I still don't understand how a float plane can be hit on the airfield. Wouldn't the float plane be in the port? Afternoon air phase. Alright, that's it for the air phase. Wow. We'll go ahead and finish up the naval phase, and we'll move into land moving combat. But it seems to be another slow day in the war. Here we go. Oh, we wiped out a base force. We will take it. 2,700 casualties on his side. Alright, that's it for the turn. We'll go ahead and expand some bases. We'll run through production. When that's done, we'll pause the video, grab some saves, grab some data, come back for a brief after-action report. And if you enjoyed watching the turn unfold with us, please go ahead and click on that like button. If you're following the campaign along but you have not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you clicked on that button as well. Alrighty, another slow day in the war. Score-wise, we went up 53 points. Rob went up 6. In the air, looks like he lost 2, we lost 1. We lost that Emily on the ground. He lost a PBY-5 and a A-29 Hudson in ops. So we lost one. We should not have lost a pilot here. Nope. All right. Incoming air units, 5 days to the heavy cruiser. 40th of that, we get some recon. Incoming ships should be, what, 5 days to that cruiser, I said? Yep. That'll be our next to the last heavy warship. If we continue building the other one. So we want to definitely get that guy out on the ground. 4 days to a base unit, 8 days to some headquarters. Engines and aircraft. 19, 13, 12. 5 zeros, 2 Helens, 2 Nels, 2 Vals, 2 3B zeros. Alright, devices, 21 support, 10 infantry, some labor construction, or construction labor, some motorized support, some heavy infantry, construction engineers, free searchlight, combat engineers, and a bulldozer. Alright. Let's go ahead and bring up Combat Reporter. He bombarded Maloelip. He didn't do any damage to it, didn't reveal any forces there, and he took one hit on the destroyer. Does not look like it was anything heavy though. On the ground, up in China near Nanyang, he bombarded us. No damage on either side. Up north of Cyan up there, we attacked the core, blocking our supply route. We thought it was a core. It was a base force. We got 1,112 to 1, causing that base force to just crumble and was destroyed. In the air, not a whole lot. He bombed us at E-Fate and the Denny. Signal intelligence. Yep, nothing special. Ops report. The 2A Jill advanced a month to what we got there on that one? 944. So we're way off. We still don't have all of our factories flipped over for that. Only 3 out of the 5 for the R&D. So we're not making too much headway. A bunch of air units changed their names. I hate when they do that crap. Wow, look at all that. Several of them changed their size. I'll need to write that down so we can look at those. They all went up. That's nice. Okay, repairs. Bunch of destroyers at Singapore and Nagasaki completed their refits. The Hosho completed its refit at the Singapore as well. Let's see. We captured a base. Let's see. We built a level 4 airfield at Fusan, a level 3 at Nanyang. He built a level 5 at Suva and a level 2 at Tarawa. And we got those two air units as well. All right, let's go ahead and close Combat Reporter here. Not a whole lot to see what's going on. Not much has really changed. We're slowly pulling out of the north of Burma. We're pulling out of Akyab. I mean, I don't want to give it to him, but Japan cannot hold it. He doesn't need to come by sea, so we can't do nothing about that. He can just march all the way down into Burma. Burma is completely takeable just by land forces and air power. The British Navy does not need to get involved up in the Bay of Bengal at all. So down through the DEI, not much going on here. There's the base that we captured. It says we're low on supplies. There were 600 supplies here last turn. What the heck happened to it? Wow. I bet you it went all to these other bases for unknown reasons. Alright, let's go take a look at the Deep South. Where I'm surprised there hasn't been more action down here, but still no real action. He has us barely spotted there. We're dumping off supplies at E-Fate still. Dumping off troops at Tulagi. Should be pretty much just dumping off supplies at this point. Up a couple troops left. He's building up Tarawa a little bit, probably to support some kind of an island hopping campaign here. I'm not really sure. He hit, right, he bombed here. No real damage. He ran into the naval fort here, which has some decent guns, just not very many of them. Why is he not replacing those engineers? Alright. Not much going on truck. This guy's heading north. Nope, he's heading south with troops. Let's take a look at our picket line. Make sure nothing's spotted over here first. Alright. Extreme overcast, moderate rain, light clouds, extreme overcast. Bringing in as much resources and such as we can. There's 39,000. There's 45,000. So that's 84,000 resources. That's enough to spend that. That's what we'll spend next turn. So we've got that covered, plus whatever else comes in. So we got a lot of ships up here again. So it's a constant ships going everywhere, bringing in as much as we can. Up in China, not much. There was our attack right there. So now we've opened the supply road. This guy's just sitting here doing nothing. How far has these guys made? Okay, they're not moving too bad. This guy can probably be moved. Those should be the tanks leaving. Yep. And that's pretty much the turn. So until the next turn comes in, you guys all have yourself a great day, and we'll see you later.